Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Santa's Workshop. It's been a while, and I am so glad that heat is finally gone for a while. It is wonderful out here. I mean, cloudy skies, but a nice breeze. Look at the trees just moving down there. It just feels wonderful out here. And oh my gosh, I got to clean this shop. So I think that's what I'm going to do today. Instead of making you a dedicated video on something, I'm just going to clean shop. I'm not going to make you watch me. But I just kind of wanted to walk around and tell you a little bit about what has happened this past couple of weeks. As most of you know, I've been over at Randy's helping him out on several projects. Not because he's making me do it, it's because I want to do it, and he also has air conditioning. It pays me in barbecue sandwiches. I cannot complain about that at all. But some things transpired that, excuse me, some things transpired last week that y'all need to know about. And I'm going to set you up here and sit down and tell you what all has happened. Okay. Let's see if I can get all this timeline straight here. Went over to help Randy get the Impala going. And we wanted to be able to take it on a 10-mile drive, which we took it over 10 miles. We took it about 20 because we drove it from his place down here to my workshop, put the hood on, and as you saw in his videos, the rear end was full of what we tend to call milkshake, but it didn't have very much in it. So we washed it out as best we could with brake clean, let it dry, and then we refilled it with new oil. Well, that caused the clutch pack to start slipping and grabbing. Oh God, it sounds horrible. But we got it going. We made it all the way back to AAR headquarters, and I think it's fine to drive around the yard very carefully. Randy don't think so, but that rear end's going to definitely have to be rebuilt. And the transmission is leaking and howling now, so apparently we got a bearing going out in it, so it's going to have to get redone too. But that's neither here nor there. They were flooded with water, so yeah, it's just something that's going to have to be done. But that thing rips. It really rips. Well, last week, I think it was Wednesday, Jason S. come up from Florida to work on the cars that we're going to be taking to Barry Jackson. And Monkey Wrench Mike was there, and Monkey Wrench Mike brought me, he upgraded his camera set, so he brought me, let's see if I can get this out here without dumping everything on the ground. He brought me a DJI camera, and it's got the little stick here, to cart it around with. It's an Action 4, and I am so tickled to death that he brought this to me that I cannot describe it. But I have to learn all the settings and everything. So what I want to do is I want to take this over to Randy's next time I go, because this is identical pretty much to the one he's got. His is a 2 microphone, this is a 1. But I am going to learn how to use this, and I am going to enjoy it immensely. And I hope y'all will too, because that means I can get down close to things and really be able to focus in. My phone has an issue, when I go from long distance to close, it doesn't want to focus. So hopefully this will help solve that matter. Plus he got me all sorts of batteries, chargers, and accessories right here. Mike, thank you so much. I appreciate that greatly. Well, same day, later that evening, my grandson come by, Bryson. Y'all have met him. He's the one who I gave the Midnight Express to, which he traded up for a really nice conversion van. And that boy, I've got to tell you, he can take something found buried in the ground and trade it up to something amazing. He just has that ability. He can fix just about anything. I'd like to think he's a chip off the old block, but you know, he's a good kid. He really is. And I say kid, he's 19 now. And happy birthday, Bryson, by the way. And I just can't help think as my first grandchild as being 19. I'm sorry. But he and Jason were talking, or all of us were in the house talking, and Jason ended up giving him the Saab that Nick had wanted at first, but then Nick took the Charger, and Jason bought the Saab, and then gave it to Bryson to see what he can trade it up to. I was in shock. I just couldn't believe it. And neither could Bryson. But Randy had given Bryson a bunch of camera equipment earlier, GoPros, batteries, all sorts of mounting accessories. So he is set to make a YouTube. So as soon as he gets that done, you know I'm going to be sharing him. The next day, we're out there working. We're working on the 57 air conditioning. We're working on the seat track in the Mustang. And we're getting ready to call it a day. And Jason says, we need to have a talk. And I was just like, oh boy. And if y'all have seen Randy's video, you know what's coming. They gave me the AAR Man of the Year award. They gave me a 10th anniversary 79 Trans Am. I cannot believe it. I'm still in shock. Jason, Randy, thank you. That's all I can say is thank you. Needless to say, I have got the best friends and subscribers, followers, viewers of my videos that I can never say. Thank you. Thank you all. I'm getting close to 28,000 subscribers. I can't believe that. That means I might hit 30,000 by the end of the year. I would love to see that. That would be phenomenal. In October, I get the chance to go to Barrett-Jackson in Scottsdale, Arizona. I'm definitely going to film some of that. Don't know how much. I've applied for a media packet from Barrett-Jackson. Still haven't heard nothing. So who knows what we're going to see there, but that should be an experience that I will never forget. And I have Jason to thank for that. Thank you. And Randy. Guys, I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I'm in good health. It's cooling down. So I'm going to let's do some video. I'm going to get the shop cleaned up today. As I said, I'm not going to film that. That's ridiculous to film. But I want to get out here and get some things done. And I want to come back tomorrow. Sometime this week, we're going to be finishing up Brian's rear axle. We're going to get it all welded up, get the brackets on it, hopefully get it mounted under the frame of the T-bucket. We're going to have a rolling chassis here within a month or less on that. We got the front end all set up, ready to go. All we got to do is bolt everything together. Rear axle, once we get the brackets on, we bolt it on. Caballero, I want to clean the bed of it out, and I want to get it back over on the lift. I've got a transmission line that has come loose that I need to tighten up. I put AN lines on it, and when I lifted them up to tie them up to move it, it twisted one of the lines and broke it loose, so it's pouring transmission fluid. Nothing wrong with what we done, it's just a loose line. It runs great. I fire it up about once a week. Get it on the lift, I can get the things that's down lower and get all them cleaned up. I want to strip all the paint off of it. I want to get in the door jambs and just get it all ready for primer. And I'm going to primer it. I want to try and get the bed stripped out, get it in primer. Guys, once I get everything in primer, I can actually do a coat of the polyester skim coat and work out most of these dents, because they're not bad. They're just little door ding type things, and we're getting close to paint. Still got to fix my other door skin. Oh, geez. I got to get the computer ordered for, oh, that's another thing. Jason gave me the means to get the computer and stuff ordered for the Jeep. And he gave me enough that I went ahead and ordered the axles for the Kia. So we can make sure, we got the tires balanced, didn't make a difference. So I know it needs axles. So once I get the axles for it, we can get those in. I may talk to Randy about doing those at his shop. That'll be nice. But guys, things are starting to come together. They're starting to come together fast. But as soon as the Trans Am gets here, you're definitely going to start a video series about that. I want to get me a rotisserie, and I want to do a rotisserie restoration on it. I want to find somewhere in Oklahoma where I can have it dipped, and that way all the paint's off of it. I wish I could have done that on this, but at the time the budget didn't allow. But you know, it is what it is. But guys, it's my life just keeps coming up roses and gets better and better. I got a doctor's appointment Wednesday to find out if I have rheumatoid arthritis. My index finger, I don't know if you can see it, but it's got knots all over it. I can barely bend it. And this is the finger that I start bolts with. That ain't good. But hopefully we can get something figured out on that and get that taken care of. So, trying to think of what else is going on. But besides just hiding from the heat, that's almost what I've been dealing with. I just need to get out here and get shop cleaned up so we can start moving things around and getting back to work. I am so ready to get back to work. And I thank Randy for giving me something to do or else I would have been sitting in the chair getting more and more lazy. Oh, but again, thank you, Jason, Randy, and whoever else had a hand in doing the Trans Am. I'm still blown away. I'm not worthy. But I appreciate y'all so much. More than y'all will ever know. And glad to call you friend. But thank y'all for joining with me on this. By golly, hit that like and subscribe. Remember the merch store. We're back. It's wonderful. Tomorrow we're going to get you a good video done. Don't know when it'll come out yet, but by golly, I think you're going to like it. So, we'll see you next time on Santa's Workshop.